back in Week 7, the Texans won a thriller in their last game against the Titans. Can Tennessee even the score? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing is Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick level.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Bridgewater.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 21 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Robinson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
James Robinson.
Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. To throw, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Robinson now off the option. Pushing his way through. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They run. Robinson. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Robinson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Booker to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC play time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not
That
mistaken,
does,
correct?
that does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last put.
And now the rookie's free. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Play action. It's Burrow. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Enough Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it a little kiss and in.
Yeah, fortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Shrugs him off. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing. Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I
can't believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Bridgewater on first down. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That catch good for only a couple. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Again, it's Robinson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Let's go.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. The quick throw by Burrow is complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Kenny Galladay,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stockton. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in third and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on second down? The big man puts them in position to make it third and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Back now here on EA Sports. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On third down, Burrow. That's caught by Golladay. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow will throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Burrow looking to pass.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ham, the fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Here's Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Houston's offense taking over again.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On first down, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
So now the Titans down by 15. And time, a huge factor. It's caught. Smith.
And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Bridgewater now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith.
And he's brought down at midfield. So the first play of the drive, not only did they get the first down, but a big chunk of yardage. And looking pretty good here.
Completes it to the... And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle.